Hello there everyone, Matt here with thevirtualinstructor.com, and in this video I'd like to share with you a time lapse that was taken from a series of lessons that make up one of the modules of one of our new courses, the charcoal drawing course. In this course, we explore the medium of charcoal, and we take a look at a variety of different methods and approaches to using charcoal while exploring a variety of different subject matter. Of course, this time lapse that I'm going to be sharing with you is on landscape drawing, and in this series of lessons, we take a look at using vine charcoal and compressed charcoal to create a landscape drawing on white drawing paper. Now, this is a time lapse, and I'll walk you through the process from start to finish, but if you want the real-time experience, of course, along with commentary and the illustrated ebook that goes along with this module from the course, you'll need to check out the complete course. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out. Of course, this course is included with all of the other courses that we offer at thevirtualinstructor.com as part of the membership program. The membership program includes a variety of drawing and painting courses on a variety of subject matter and media, weekly live lessons, weekly critiques, which are part of the Members Minute, and a year-long curriculum for visual arts teachers. If you want to check out our membership program, I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, of course, we're going to start off by talking about the materials that we use in this particular module, and then I'll walk you through the process as we take a look at the time lapse. I hope you enjoy the video. The mark making tools we'll use are, of course, vine charcoal, compressed charcoal in pencil form, a blending stump, an electric eraser with a vinyl eraser inside, a handheld manual vinyl eraser here. This is a Tombow mono eraser, and also a kneaded eraser. The surface we'll use is Strathmore 400 series drawing paper. Now, as you can see, I've already taped off the picture plane, and I'm going to start really loosely here with the vine charcoal. This is the softer version of charcoal. I'm even smearing some of the material on the surface. I just want to get some tone in place and get a generalized shape of the tree. Now, charcoal is a very loose medium, but we can use it in a more refined way, but it's usually a good idea to start loose and then gradually refine your drawing. So basically, you can see I'm still applying bits of vine charcoal, and once I've got some of the basic forms in place very loosely, that's when I can start to refine the drawing, or basically pull out the details. You can see also that I've switched to using some compressed charcoal, which is darker and a little bit harder to erase than the vine charcoal. I haven't abandoned the vine charcoal completely. I keep going back to the vine charcoal, and you can also see that I'm using the erasers as well. In fact, I'm using all different forms of the erasers. I'm using the vinyl eraser and the kneaded eraser, as well as a blending stump. Now you'll notice I'm starting from the upper left-hand corner, and I'll progressively work my way to the right and down lower on the picture plane. I'm doing this purely because I'm right-handed, and I'm trying to ensure that the palm of my hand doesn't smear the charcoal material too much. I'm keeping the palm of my hand raised to a certain degree so that it doesn't smear the surface. Of course, this can be frustrating for people who are just starting out with charcoal, but as you can see, charcoal, although it's very loose and easily smeared, it's also easily manipulated on the surface, which is a great advantage for us when we're creating a drawing. In fact, when I create a charcoal drawing, I almost think of it as a painting because I have so much freedom to go back and change things. More specifically in oil painting. Because the material is so easily manipulated, just like oil paints, I can move it around on the surface, lift it up using an eraser, or darken or lighten an area. Now, it's important to note that drawing is about observation, and we see the world as a collection of shapes, lines, and forms, and textures, of course. But more importantly, we see a lot of objects as a collection of values. Value is the darkness or lightness of a color. So as I'm analyzing this photo reference and trying to replicate it in a drawing, instead of thinking of leaves and branches and tree trunks and things that will ultimately become the illusion to the viewer, I'm instead thinking about shapes of different values, shapes of different grays, lighter values and darker values, and I'm trying to mimic what I see in the reference. So I'm not thinking about leaves and branches and trees and trunks and grass and the sky. I'm thinking instead of shapes, and I'm just trying to replicate those shapes. And it's very easy to do this with charcoal. Now, of course, I'm not trying to draw every single leaf either. I'm not trying to copy every single shape. For many of the places where we're seeing the leaves, I'm instead thinking of a pattern that's created and trying to replicate a pattern. So I'm creating an illusion ultimately in a drawing, and when you create a drawing, you're doing the same thing. Now, another clear advantage to working with charcoal is how dark the material is. When we work with graphite or regular old pencil, we can only get a certain darkness out of that pencil. But with charcoal, we can create nice rich blacks, which of course translate a little bit better in a drawing and make a drawing look a little bit more realistic as well. Now, as we're working down on the lower part of the trunk of the tree, we can really see some contrast between the shadowed area and the area where light is hitting. And in this area, we see high contrast, meaning there's a lot of difference between the light values and dark values. And that helps us create the illusion of strong light. Now, for these distant trees, of course, all we need is some very simple shapes and some lighter values to create the illusion. With an eraser, we can erase away some of the breaks in the trees and openings where we can see the sky. And as we work to the foreground here, you can see it. Again, it's just a replication of a pattern that we see. And I'm trying to replicate it as close as possible without putting too much pressure on myself to make it exactly the same as a reference. I always like to see the marks of an artist in a drawing, and the drawings that I create are no different. I want my drawing to look like a drawing, of course. Now, when the drawing is complete, of course, we can carefully remove away the masking tape to reveal our finished charcoal drawing of a landscape. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to pick up a couple of things here and there. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so you're notified when we upload new videos like this. And also when the new season of Getting Sketchy begins. Of course, you don't want to miss out on that. As always, thanks so much for watching this video, and I wish you all the very best in your artistic success.